Sorry, there he is. Welcome back to Lenz. It's coming corner classic. That's known classic. This episode number 2393. 2395 and Doubleshot number 2289. Yes, this episode is marked 5 episodes away from episode 2400. And you might be asking, Nick, is it going to be a digital one? I'm not sure. It depends basically what happens at that point. Alright, first that we have is Batman Incorporated, Volume 1, No More Teachers. This collects the recent Batman release last year, along with the first 7 issues of this third volume of Batman Incorporated. And I do have some sad news about this book. Not this trade in particular. The Batman Incorporated series itself. Apparently, this current volume decided to end after only releasing 12 issues. Which makes it just about the same length as the last volume, except it lasted for 1 issue shorter. I don't know exactly what the reason for this is. I mean, what was up with these Batman themed groups? Like, first it's the Outsiders, it lasted for 17 issues. And then this one comes out, and it lasted for 12? Yes. Maybe the reason why that, despite this is called Batman Incorporated, they probably decided, hey, let's not have Batman featured in this title. Well, in-universe is a good reason why. My guess is they probably want to revive Batman Incorporated. Someone must have got this idea to do this. So, here we are. Now, the book is written by Ed Bronson, which, that's a good name. And now we're going by John Timms. Now, it's most the same members we have from the previous lineup. We have Batman Japan, Knight Rider, Wingman, Knight. No Squire here. Dark Ranger. The El Generico, I think his name is. The guy whose real identity is he's a horse breeder. And the Native American character. This guy here, I think his name is Grey Wolf. He's a brand new character to this group. And mostly put in a way, it seems as though for this book and the first arc and the annual are just trying to basically clean up Lex Luthor's mess that happened when Josh Williams wrote the book. Because Lex Luthor apparently took up ownership of Batman Incorporated somehow, despite the fact it was still, at the time, still legally owned by Bruce Wayne. So, basically, get control of the company back. But also, Batman of China is part of the group, and if you read the new Superman book, the guy was chubby. Here, he's basically lost a lot of weight. So, if you're curious, Batman Japan was actually Mr. Unknown. That was his original code name, and he later changed his name to Batman Japan in the next volume for the series, the previous one for this one. Yeah, he's a Grant Morrison character. Now, he's actually the only original Grant Morrison character. Knight Rider is a creation of David Hayne. A lot of the other characters are characters from the Silver Age of comics. So basically, Batman hands over leadership of the group to Ghostmaker. And Ghostmaker decided to split into two different teams. The main team. One local, one international. And apparently, the people who sent local, he apparently doesn't trust their abilities, so he sends them home. And he does this in the annual, which the annual just is here to serve as a backdoor pilot to this book. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yeah, because Rich Man. So basically, here's basic for local. Remembers. Chief Man-at-Bats, local. Red Raven, Batman Japan, international. Batman China, local. You're not ready yet, and I hate you copy Batman's costume. Night, local though. Let's solve another day. Dark Ranger, El Generico, international. I'm tempted to cut you after the looks of the debacle, but this is a second chance. Night Runner, back to Paris for you. Wake Man, I'm gonna let you on the international team for now. Like, very there's one narrator here, and of course, Knight's like, Batman, this is bullcrap. Can you like cut the team like that? Makes sense. I understand your frustration, Knight. There are plenty of times when I wanted to just strangle Ghostmaker. He is abrasive. But he knows what he's doing. I'm asking you to trust him. So basically, Man Bat goes home. And he's seen a couple times after this in this main book here. And I was like, this is crap. I've used participating in this charade. And of course, Ghost Hunter's here because he joins the team. So, yeah, and here's the thing. Batman International, their base of operations is this flying ship. Like it's aircraft carrier or something. Now, as far as I can tell for the previous volumes, there was no mention of them having the ship before, and yet here they have it for some reason. And mostly put this will we're introduced to Grey Wolf, who actually was a member of the team. Ed Brons did the best he can to be similar to that of James Tynion and Joshua Williams by creating interesting characters, basically develop over the course of a story arc. Which, yeah, he does do that. And, like, right after Grey Wolf joins the team, and we have No More Teacher Story, which is basically, like, we're doing more Lex Luthor stuff, there was labs, and then we have to deal with stuff on Ghostmaker's past, where we have to deal with a team, a group of people he previously trained, which he apparently betrayed at some point. Apparently his former psychic was called Phantom 1. He captures Ghost Hunter, and basically the story arc does play a small role in the very next story arc, Lil Piggy, which features Professor Pig. Yep. So, I really appreciate the fact this is a really interesting story arc, basically trying to deal with ideals and deal with Ghostmaker's past, and it's only here just for a quick 4-parter. Yeah, and then pretty much basically at the end of the story arc, Batman in China is, well, his parents are held captive by Jokers. The whole point of this ending is set up the very next story that comes. Not this very next one, oh no, the following story arc. Yep, so here Professor Pig decides to kidnap his fellow Batman villains for reasons. Chief Man of Bats is out of costume for pretty much the rest of the series. So, then pretty much basically like they basically spend 2 teams deal with the whole thing. Professor Pig apparently also the grease side of the table. Ed Generic will Hunter and I will pay a visit. No. There's no way hell I'm going to you. You have to you and I have to Phantom 1. I don't trust you, and I sure won't tell on you anymore. I'll go along with Red Raven Jiro. Yeah. Which I think, yeah, he doesn't fully trust him because he doesn't forgive him. And, well, yeah, and then this is a really interesting story, but it's nothing really bad about this story per se. It just all of a sudden you have the Batman family show up, which is basically Nightwing, Tim Drake, Signal, and the Batgirls. 2 of the Batgirls, Stephanie and Barbara, who is a blonde for some reason. Yeah, I don't know if the colorist forgot the fact that Barbara Gordon is a redhead. Why the heck is she a blonde for? This I thought was really weird. Why? Because did the colorist forget though that Barbara's a redhead, or the fact that people might get confused with Kate Kane? Yeah, this is kind of weird. So the Killmonger meets up with this girl who might be into him, and we finally see Ghostmaker's face, and he looks exactly like Bruce Wayne. Except it's not Bruce Wayne. It just some guy who looks like him. He's got very messy hair. And then Chief Bats is shot at the end of the story arc. So at the very next story, go with the Jokers. Now, I do have a theory of possibly why this series probably wasn't sold too well. Because it's Batman Incorporated. It features a bunch of copycat Batmans. And, like, unless you read the previous 2 volumes, you probably have no idea who any of these characters even are. Ghostmaker, at least some people kind of know who he is because, of course, James Tynion created this character. Okay, fine. But as everybody else, unless you read Grant Morrison's Batman Incorporated runs, you have no idea who this roster is. And I'm fine with the book coming back, but sad the book ended. I could book a 9.5 out of 10. Next we have is Elektra. Yes, this is Elektra by Greg Rucka. Volume 1, which collected issues 10-15. I think this is from Volume 1 or 2, I think it is. Collected issues 10-15 of the book, along with the lead story of Marvel Knight's Doubleshot number 3 by artwork by Greg Horn. Most for this book, it's Elektra, who is struggling to be an assassin, and where there's also something called with her past. She gets captured, traveling in the desert. It's more of a good character piece for Elektra herself. I mean, it definitely feels like an Elektra story arc. Yeah. I'm going to give this book roughly a 9 out of 10. Greg does a really good job with this book. Yeah, and the reason why I pick Elektra to go with Batman Incorporated, because Greg Rucka is a Batman writer. That's the only reason why. And this actually is one of like 2 or 3 books he did for Marvel, because he didn't do a lot for Marvel per se, because when you think of Greg Rucka, you think of books like Batman, like these Bat books, 52, stuff like that. But Marvel, Elektra, and I believe he was also the opening. He was also the first writer who did Cyclops. Oh, the CGI one. Yeah, it's a really interesting one here. Who like basically have a CGI story in the early 2000s. Yep. So yeah, that's a particular view. I'll be back and work on E0. Okay, let's go. Bye.